Om 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 Padme Namaha. Om Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. अखण्डमण्डलाकारम् व्याप्तं येन चराचरम् तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ॐ ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं ॐ दुर्गायै नमः। I welcome you all from the bottom of my heart to join this divine journey with Maa Durga. When I started my Sri Vidya Upasana, I was hesitant and resisting from getting into Durga Saptashati because my mind was seeing only the literal meaning and the theme of Durga Saptashati, which is very harsh, violent, battle, killing. So I had just kept it aside. Anyhow, about 2 years back, during Navaratri, intuitively I was drawn strongly towards Durga Saptashati, and my thoughts started lingering around Durga Saptashati from then. Today, now, I would say Durga Saptashati are not words. What we listen, what we understand as words are not just the words with literal meaning, but Durga Saptashati is Ma, Mother. With the affection and love of Mother, we are taken into the journey with Ma Durga. And secondly, Durga Saptashati is physical, mental, spiritual doctor. She does the operation surgery, which are so difficult. The surgery has to be done deep into the core of the being, seeker, the devotee. That Durga Saptashati does as a perfect, highly experienced, expert doctor. Durga Saptashati is also the guiding, very strict police. She tells us with the power of making one understand how to tread on the path of righteousness in this life so that one can be liberated from the clutches of this samsara when we are in this body and in this mind. So she's also a very strict police. And Durga Saptashati is also the spiritual guru. How to cleanse one's mind and the concepts of everything we have and the deep notion which we are carrying and living as I am the body, I am the mind. All these things she clears off. And also how to realize that ananda, the bliss. She teaches through Durga Saptashati. And Durga Saptashati, it is a deep contribution towards the growth of humanity in a beautiful way, even though the words are very harsh, violent. If we understand the deeper meaning, we are able to go within our own self and understand that Ma Durga is very much within us. So that is the greatness. And one more thing I would like to say about Durga Saptashati, which I am feeling. Instead of taking too many pills as medicine, this Durga Saptashati is one capsule as medicine for all reasons and all doubts, all confusion, all sickness, diseases which we are carrying through this physical body and many other mental diseases which we might be carrying from so many janmas of ours, previous janmas. Durga Saptashati cleans everything. So I would like to study Durga Saptashati with all of you. And I want to share the joy of knowing the grandeur and the spiritual insights hidden in this divine Durga Saptashati. We know that the whole universe is pervaded, penetrated, enveloped by Shiva Shakti. Shiva is consciousness. Shakti is that energy. So, this Durga Saptashati is carrying that, conveying that high intensity electricity like Shiva Shakti, which is there all around. But Durga Saptashati is the wire which is carrying carefully and conveying the message, the knowledge of Brahma Vidya, Atma Vidya, Shri Vidya. And Durga Saptashati can be studied in so many different ways, from different angles, different aspects, and all lead towards that core meaning, which is Atma Vidya. So Durga is the principal aspect of Mahadevi, Adi Parashakti. So when the whole universe working as one system, as one Akhanda Mandala, in which there are so many Characharas, it is that one Brahman who is taking the role, that Brahman is taking the role of Shiva, Shakti, and Vishnu. All three together is none other than Brahman. Shiva is that consciousness, and Shakti is that pure energy. When the pure Shakti energy activates that consciousness, Shiva, when they get together as Shiva Shakti, it is activated consciousness. But if that activated consciousness is in one point as Bindu, the world or the universe, cosmos will not work the way it is working now. For that, Vishnu, who has the unique power of pervading, all pervasive energy, he says, I will take this activated consciousness to the whole cosmos, to every atom of this whole universe. So we also see Shiva Shakti as counterpart, as couple, activated consciousness. To run the whole universe, Shakti is working with Vishnu also. How? Shakti's male form is Vishnu, and Vishnu's female form is Shakti. So all three are together taking care of the whole universe. Hreem is the Bijakshara of these three together. And it is the one Hreem which is taking care of the whole universe. That's why we call Hreem as Akhilandeshwari Bijakshara, Bhuvaneshwari Bijakshara, none other than Lalitamba Adi Parashakti. And Adi Parashakti, who is in the form of consciousness, she takes incarnation as Durga. And that Durga works through Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati. So, how they work, all three of them, were none other than Durga, is Durga Saptashati. As I said, because Durga Saptashati is live, high intensity current going in the wire, if we have to interact with Durga Saptashati, or if we have to interact in the world which is filled with activated consciousness, which is Shiva Shakti, one has to be careful and one has to take the precaution. That is Durga Kavacha. So, Durga Kavacha. Who is Durga? Durga. One who cannot be easily accessed, inaccessible. It is difficult to approach her. In Lalita Sahasranama it comes Antarmukha Samaradhya Bahirmukha Sudurlabha. For all of us devotees and seekers, Durga is adorable, prayable only when one goes within. Antarmukha Samaradhya Bahirmukha Sudurlabha. When my senses go outward to the worldly things, she is not available because she is Durga. Secondly, she is very difficult to overcome because she is also Mahamaya. We will be studying all these things in Durga Saptashati. Mahamaya, it's very difficult to conquer her. So Durga is that unconquerable queen of the whole universe. And she can't be conquered as she has the fortress, Durga. She is Durgati Nashini. She also destroys the sorrow, misery, suffering. In Vaishnavism, Durga, it is difficult to get away from where? From the prison. This whole universe is that prison. To go out of this is Durga. So for that also she helps us, Durga. To approach Durga, the devotion with deep love towards her, constant, stable, undeterred faith, Shraddha, is mandatory. The love towards her and the faith, these are the only two things which are needed. Contemplate on it. If we go towards her with fear, it will not work. If I do like this, she might curse me. No, she's mother. Go with love and faith, with positive thoughts. And also, we cannot have the business like bhakti with her. I will do all these things. For that, you have to do this. So like that, business, it will not work with her. One has to have full faith and deep love towards her. Just that love and faith will take us towards her. Devi Kavacham. Shakti is enveloping this whole universe like intense electricity, isn't it? So, when we are interacting in the world, or when we are interacting with this Durga Saptashati, we have to take the precaution, just like the electricians take precaution. What is that precaution? Installing, establishing, invoking devatas in each and every part of our being, both physical body and the mental body and the causal body. All the three, we have to invoke those devatas. Not that they are not within us. Invoke, here it doesn't mean that freshly bringing them up from outside to inside. No. Because they are already working in us, we are what we are today. So, what is invoke? They are all there. When you need their help for any particular part of the body, you have to stir, you have to wake them up and realize and experience the presence of them attentively with awareness. That is invoking. So, for that to happen, firstly, we have to prepare ourselves as the hollow being. How is it possible? I will just tell my next art I will pervading, enveloping, penetrating the head fully, the neck, shoulders, arms till the tip of the fingers, down from the neck, the whole abdomen, front and back, move downwards through the thighs, go down all the way to the sole of your feet. Fill in Shiva Shakti, 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 Shiva Shakti. And then you will start invoking all the devatas who are already there. Stir them, evoke them with mind. When you have any problem with any particular part of your body, just concentrate, put the fully focused consciousness, awareness on that part. For example, you take knee. If there is knee pain, then what do we do? From the Sahasrara, send the consciousness fully focused and stop at the knee and start invoking. Rakshet Januni Vindhyavasini. Rakshet Januni Indravasini. Rakshet Januni Vindhyavasini. Like that, if you keep telling and caressing that knee, that Vindhyavasini will take care of that problem or that pain. So, Raksha Kavacha should be done with focus and mind, which is meditative. Only then it really works. One can see the fact. So, shall we start our Kavacham, Durga Kavacham. So, Durga is coming within us in so many different forms. Om Namaschandikayai Markandeya Uvacha Yadguhyam Paramam Loke Sarvarakshakaram Rina Yanna Kasyachidakyatam Tanme Bruhi Pitamaha. He's asking Markandeya, is it reverberating? I can feel the echo. Is it fine? Okay. Markandeya Rishi, Muni, is requesting Brahma. What is he requesting? Yad Guhyam Paramam. That secret, which is the greatest secret. Loke Sarva Rakshakaram. That secret in this universe, which can protect in all aspects, in all reasons, in all situations for human beings, Nrinam for human beings. Yanna kasya chidakyatam, and it has not been told to anyone all these days, years. What is that greatest secret which has the capacity, power to protect all humans? Tanme bruhi pitamaha. Please, Brahma, I request you to tell me that. Reveal it. Brahmovacha asti guhyatamam vipra sarvabhutopakarakam Devyastu kavacham punyam tachrunusva mahamune. The first mantra itself is giving us the clue. What is that greatest secret? And Brahmaji is telling, Guhyatamam. Yes, it is the greatest secret. O Vipra, O Munivarya, Brahmana. Sarva Bhutopakarakam. It is helpful, useful for all beings. Devyastu Kavacham. Punyam. It is the Devi Kavacha, which is Punya. Tat Shrunushva Mahamune. That you listen to, O Mahamuni. Prathamam Shailaputri cha Dvitiyam Brahmacharini Tritiyam Chandraghanteti Kushmandeti Chaturthakam Panchamam Skandamateti Shashtham Katyayaniti cha Saptamam Kalaratri Ratriti Mahagauriti Chashtamam Navamam Siddhidatri cha Navadurga Prakirtitah Uktanyetani Namani Brahmanaiva Mahatmana. These are the 9 Navadurgas, the manifestation of Durga in these 9 forms as well. As we are approaching Durga Saptashati and also Navaratri is coming, I thought we can go through it little detail. Vande, first is Shailaputri. Vande Vanchita Labhaya Chandrardhakrita Shekharam Vrisharudham Shuladharam Shailaputri Yashaswini. I bow down to Devi Shailaputri to attain her grace, to accomplish whatever I wish for. Vanchita Labhaya Chandrardha Krita Shekharam, one who has the half crescent moon as ornament on her head. Vrisharudha, she is sitting on the bull. Shuladhara, and she is also holding Shula. Shailaputri, who is the daughter of Parvata Maharaja. Himadri Sutta, Yashaswini, one who is glorious, splendorous, beautiful, radiant. Shailaputri, as we look at her form as Shailaputri, she has imbibed the qualities of that Himavan Parvata Raja. What is it? Himadri Sutta. Himadri, what is it? The rock kind of Parvata which is capped by the snow. Isn't it? If you look at it, the whole mountain looks like the mountain of snow. But it is not in reality. The snow melts as water and then it evaporates and then it comes back as rain, snow, and it solidifies as ice and then again water, again it evaporates as vapor. So there is cycle going on, transient states. that snow goes through. That is the outer layer. Inside, what is that core essence? It is stable, unmoving rock. That is what Shailaputri is. Within, she is none other than the soul, which is Achala. It is stable, constant. But to look at outside, she's like snow, changing every moment. Every moment. The whole world keeps changing. It is same thing with us also. The body is like Shailaputri's snow covered, the core being Atma. So in that sense, we are all Shailaputris. That Shailaputri, Aham Shailaputri, that we have to evoke and grow as that Shailaputri. What is her speciality or the greatness? She wanted none other than Brahman, Shiva, as her counterpart. She was inspired, determined to get that Shiva as her husband. That is Shailaputri, Parvati. So, when we surrender to that Shailaputri, she inspires us to get into the spiritual discipline, and she induces that aspiration and inspiration in the devotee seeker. That's about Shailaputri, which we have to contemplate and try to become one with that qualities of Shailaputri. What is she next? Brahmacharini. The same Shailaputri becomes Brahmacharini. What does she? What does she do? What is she? Dadhana Karapadmabhyam Akshamala Devi Prasidatu Mai Brahmacharinya Brahmacharini. If one wants to be that Brahmachari or Brahmacharini, they have to follow this Shailaputri who has become Brahmacharini. Dadhana, she is holding in one hand the two Karapadma. Her hands are so soft with the qualities of lotus. In those hands, lotus-like hands, you all know the qualities of lotus, right? With that kind of hands, she's holding Akshamala, Aksha, that eternal, indispensable Mala, which is all the gunas which are needed to run this whole universe. Aksha, the characteristics which are eternally there, those things she's having as mala in her hand. Kamandalu. Kamandalu is also one of the main things which has the pure water in it, which is used by Mahamunis, the sages, seekers, rishis. They have energized the water. So these two, Akshamala and Kamandalu in her hand, shows she is an ascetic who is walking in the path of seeking that Brahman who is Shiva. And also she wears white dress with full total sattva guna in her. She is brahmacharini. So just looking at the idol of brahmacharini or the photo of brahmacharini, our mind becomes sattvic, and she's telling and calling us towards becoming highly disciplined spiritual seeker. Walk in the path of seeking the Brahman, Shiva, the pure consciousness. And she also bestows the spiritual growth in us when we surrender to her, because she is the live model for us. And she is Brahmacharini Anuttama. There is no one greater than her as Brahmacharini. Because we all know how Parvati went through the penance, slowly, gradually increasing the intensity of her tapas. The perfect brahmacharini, and who reached her goal. So, surrendering her to her, she teaches us the importance of self-discipline, the spiritual disciplines which we have to follow. And she blesses us with success. Next is Chandraganta. Pindaja pravararuಢa Chandakopastrayiryuta Prasadam tanute mahyam Chandraghanteti vishruta. Chandraghanta. She is the one who is sitting on Pindaja pravara. That means the greatest of all animals. That is the lion, tiger. She sits on them. Chandakopa. She has that furious anger in her. Chandraghanta. Along with Astra, she also has weapons in her hands. That means she is ready with all needed things for the battle, for the fight. Prasadam tanotu mahyam. Let her grace be extended, penetrate, envelop me. Chandraghanteti vishruta. Vishruta means the celebrity of the whole universe. Chandraghanta. Because she is bearing that ghanta, which is in the shape of the moon. She is also called Chandraghanta. What is the specialty of this? The bell, ghanta, is also used as a weapon to bring down the energy of the evil demons who cannot bear the sound. Sound is their weakness. So this Chandraghanta is holding that ghanta and making that sound, which is sending all the enemies away from her and her army because they cannot bear that sound. And sound is the very source of the whole universe. Nada Rupa. Nada is the very source. From that, when it intensified, when that sound intensified, the universe came into a form which we can see. So, Ghanta is a very, very strong, intense, and very deep weapon. So, for evil and ghosts and all other negative beings, it is making them get frightened and they all scatter and go away. For the seeker, for the devotee, that Ghantanada, there is only one sound coming from that Ghanta, the bell. It doesn't change. It is the same, constant, one note, one swara. That chases away all other thoughts and make one focused on one thought, just like the one sound of the bell. So it brings in the concentration, it purifies the mind, and it makes one go within easily. So that is the reason in the beginning of the puja, the priest does the Ghantanada. That is to shoo away all negative energies. At the same time, it brings the mind of the devotee, one who is doing the puja, to the awareness of I am sitting in front of Devata. Next is Pushpanda. Sura Sampurna Kalasham Rudhiraplutameva cha Dadhana Hasta Padmabhyam Pushmanda Shubhadastu me. Let that Kushmanda be auspicious to me, who is holding Sura, that is spiritual, celestial liquor or wine, which is nothing but nectar, in one kalasha, which is filled to the brim, sampurna. The kalasha which he is holding is filled to the brim with that sura, the spiritual nectar or divine nectar, which is called sura, which is intoxicating. In what way? It intoxicates one to go within and enjoy that nectar like Ananda. So the intoxication is nothing but the bliss that she is holding in her hand in one pot. In another pot, Rudhiraplutam, another pot filled with Rakta, the blood, in another hand. She is Kushmanda. She is the source of, the creator of the universe, just with her divine smile. So she has the divine smile, which is giving birth to the whole universe. And at the same time, she is holding these two, Sura and Rudhira, the blood in another hand, both the hands. What do they represent? Rakta, of course, it is the most essential part of the physical body, but for it to sustain with life, isn't it? Rakta, it is so important. One of the main responsible part and aspect of human body. And Ananda, that is taking care of the mental body. Just because I'm having or I'm seeking that Ananda, I'm interacting with everything in the world. Because I'm having that Ananda, I'm sitting and talking about this Kavacham, isn't it? Every action of ours is oriented towards Ananda. We are seeking Ananda. That's the reason we wake up in the morning alive, because it is the Ananda which is making me to live on and on and on, because I'm seeking Ananda in everything. So these two are taking care of all of us. Kushmanda. And not only that, Sun is the one who is taking care of giving life to all living beings. He is the life giver for all beings. And it is the Kushmanda who is giving the power of Sun. She is the one who is giving that power to Sun to be able to give the life to all beings. Kushmanda. Ku means little. Ushma means the heat, warm. Anda means the egg. Kushmanda. Because she is the one who is giving birth to the whole universe. She is called Kushmanda. And all her power, it's believed, it is in that Japamala which she is holding in her hand. See again here, Dadhana Hasta Padmabhyam. We have to understand how almost all stotras, they will never say the hands. They will always say Padmakara, Padmahasta, Kamalanayana, Kamalakshi. So this Kamala, it is not just the beauty or the softness, but it is also about the detachment, and in just Sakshi Bhava, they will be holding everything. So in that way, Kushmanda, even though she is the mother of the whole universe, she is not attached to it. She's taking care of it as mother. That's it. With love. Skandamata. Simhasanagata nityam padmashritakaradvaya shubhadastu sada devi Skandamata yashasvini. Skandamata. She is sitting on Simha, the lion, as her asana. She is sitting on Simha. Nityam, always. Padma Shrita Karadvaya, and she is also holding lotus flowers in her hand, 2 hands. Shubhadastu Sada Devi. Let her bestow us with auspiciousness. Skanda Mata. She is the mother of Skanda. In another hand, she is holding Skanda on her lap. Yashaswini, and she is splendid. She is glorious, famous. She is honored in the whole world. Skanda Mata. So when we look at her holding baby and 2 lotus in her hands, and she's sitting on Simha, it gives us a kind of confidence, protection, because she's holding none other than Skanda, who is the Senapati, valorous Senapati of all the gods. And Simha as Asana, that means that is the greatest of all animals. So she is the protective mother. There is another meaning for Skanda. Skanda means the shoulders. Being a mother, when we all devotees, seekers, go to her when we are in sorrow or joy, when we are in fear or very confident, happy or grieving. For both reasons, if we surrender to her and go to her, she puts us on her skanda. As a mother, she gives us the solace and confidence. And as a child, if we are happy and we want to share with her, even for that, she's there to give us the hug close to her bosom and the shoulder. Skanda Mata. So surrendering to Skanda Mata gives us the self-confidence, protection, and also because she is motherly, she teaches us the knowledge which is secular as well as spiritual, beyond knowledge, which is self-realization. Next is Katyayani. Chandrahasojjvalakara Shardulavaravahana Katyayani Shubham Dadya Devi Danavaghatini. Devi Katyayani Chandrahasojjvalakara. Chandrahasa is one of the weapons, like a sharp sword, which is shining bright, that she is holding in her hands. Shardula Varavahana. She is sitting on Shardula, the lion, as though it is the greatest, most efficient vehicle. Katyayani Shubham Dadyat. Let her give me the auspiciousness, Shubham, who is Danava Ghatini, one who destroys, slays the demons. So, who is Katyayani? Katyayani. We will be studying a lot about Katyayani in Durga Saptashati, but I will tell when all the gods went to Brahma, these demons who were battling with devas for more than 100 years. And they were creating havoc, and they won over the devas. And then devas went to Brahma for help. Then Brahma said, let us go and meet Shiva Shakti. Shiva and Vishnu. Listening to whatever these devas were narrating about the demons and their atrocities, both Shiva and Vishnu got so much of anger. And that anger in them expressed as the illuminous rays of energy. Looking at the anger of Shiva and Vishnu, even all these devas started feeling the anger towards the demons, and even they started emitting those illuminous rays of energy from them. And all rays of energy got together as one fiery ball of light. That gave rise to a beautiful form of Devi. And this took place in the hermitage of Katyayana Rishi. Because it happened there, she is called Katyayani. So that Katyayani, even if we think about Katyayani, she bestows the success in our ventures, because we know how she fought with all different kinds of demons and won over and gave solace to devas. So she sees that success is there in our ventures when we surrender to her, like devas surrendered to her. And also, when the goal and working towards that goal is very genuine and helpful to the whole universe, automatically nature, Prakriti, and all devas come to help us. So when our action is positive and beneficial to the world, automatically we get help from nature and people somehow or the other. That we learn from Katyayani. And also, she shows how the evil can never escape the wrath of genuine divine energy. These things we will be studying in Durga Saptashati in detail. Kalaratri. Ekaveni Japakirna Puranagrakhara Lambaushthi Karnika Karni Tailabhyakta Sharirini Vamapadollasalloha Lata Kantaka Bhushana Vardhanam Murdhvaja Krishna Kalaratri Bhayankari. Kalaratri. So, Devi Kalaratri is having Ekaveni, one single braid. Japakarna Pura. She is having that hibiscus red color flower on her ears as ornaments. Nagra Kharasthita. And she is sitting on the donkey. Khara is the donkey. Lambaushthi, and she has thick lips which are protruding further. Karnika Karni, she is also having the earring in her ears. Taila bhyakta sharirini, and there is oil throughout her body. She is smeared with the oil. Vama padollasalloha lata kanthaka bhushana. She is wearing on her left ankle metallic thorny creeper as bhushana, as ornament on her left leg. Metallic thorny creeper like anklet. Vardhana Murdhvaja, and she increases the prosperity upward. Kalaratri. Bhayankari, she is also very fierce and fearful, especially to all negative energies like demons, evils, ghosts, spirits, evil-minded people. She is Bhayankari. For devotee, seeker, and good-minded people, she is Shubhankari. She is both. So, Kalaratri, as the shloka describes her, she is very fearsome, creating fear. Kalaratri, she is jet black, like the dark night. That is one meaning. Kala also means the time. Yama. Ratri, which is all devouring energy, nature. Because there is so much of forms, different forms in the universe. The same universe looks like nothing in deep darkness at night. So that means what? Ratri also has the nature of devouring everything. Kala, that also devours everything, every second, every nanosecond. The time keeps eating. So this Kala Ratri, she is like that. The devourer of the time. Ratri also represents the darkness, which is ignorance. So when we surrender to her, like Kalaratri, she devours all our ignorance, by which she bestows Shubha to us through knowledge. Kalaratri, she empowers the devotee with the nature of both Kala and Ratri when we surrender to her, when we are in the spiritual seeking journey. Mahagauri, Shwete Vrishe Samarudha, Shvetambardhara Shuchi, Mahagauri Shubham Dadyat, Mahadeva Pramodada. She is Mahagauri, who is Shwete. She is very fair, white in her form. Vrishe Samarudha, and she is riding on the bull. Shvetambaradhara, not only that, she is wearing white sari as well. Shuchihi, and she is so pure. And she is Mahagauri. Shubham Dadyat, let her give auspiciousness, who always delights the mind of Mahadeva. So this Mahagauri, after she went through that Kalaratri, Kali as Katyayini, she had changed her form so much. When in the final battle with the demon, Shumbha, she took back all those incarnations within her, and she was emitting that fairness which she had in the beginning as Shailaputri. So Mahagauri is also sitting on Vrisha, bull, which is the representation of the righteousness, dharma. And now she is in that Mahagauri form, fair, beautifully lady form. So it is the same with devotees and the seeker. When we have gone through the process of cleansing ourselves from all negativity, all negative nature in us, naturally we will be emitting that glow which is beautiful and fair and which is attracting all good people, even the beings, animals. Everyone gets attracted to that seeker when they have given up all negative characters in them. Vasana or the negative trends when they have given. Siddhidatri. Siddhagandharvayakshadhyaiः asurairamarayrapi sevyamana sada bhuyat siddhida siddhidayini. She is worshipped, served by Siddha, Gandharva, Yaksha, and many others, Asuras and Devas. All of them serve this Siddhidatri. Sada Bhuyat Siddhida. Let her be gracious towards me by giving that Siddhida, Siddhi, the one who gives, one who bestows, Siddhi. Let her be pleased by me as devotee and seeker. So, Siddhidatri, according to Purana, Siddhidatri holds a very important status and responsibility as well. She is the one, Siddhidatri, who bestowed Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra with Saraswati, Lakshmi, and Parvati as their counterparts to run the whole universe, along with Ashtasiddhis and also Navanidhis. She gave them those powers and those wealth for them to run the whole universe. Siddhidatri. And if we as devotee seeker surrender to her, she also gives us the capacity to accomplish whatever we undertake as projects or deeds. Siddhi. And if we are spiritually progressing towards seeking Brahman, self-realization, even for that, she gives the Siddhi. So these are the 8 Matas who will be helping us in taking care of physically, mentally, and in the causal body as well. And they are very much within us, but we have to, our mind, Mano, Buddhi, Ahankara, Chitta, that should become one with these Matas. For that, we have to invoke them in the right way. So after that, Agnina Dahyamanastu Shatru Madhye Gato Rane Vishame Durgame Chaiva Bhayarta Sharanam Gata. Agnina Dahyamanastu. When someone is consumed by fire, at that moment. Shatru Madhye Gatorane. When encircled by the enemies in the battle. Vishame, adversity. Durgame, in the crisis. Chaiva, bhayartaha. When who is stuck with great fear. Durgame, chaiva, bhayartaha, sharanam gataha. One who surrenders to her. Natesham jayate kimchit ashubham rana sankate. Napadam tasya pashyami shoka dukha bhayam nahi. Person who has surrendered to Devis, he will never see any inauspiciousness. The inauspiciousness will never befall on him, even in the danger of battle. Here we should take battle as battle can be in the outer world with other beings or other humans or situation which is created outside. We might be battling, fighting. It can be within also, within our own self. We might be battling between thoughts, between making decisions, making the choice between things. The mind might be battling. So battle is not just that which we fight with instruments, weapons. So internal battle also she takes care. Napadam tasya pashyami shoka dukkha bhayam nahi. And there is no misfortune or sorrow, grief, I don't see in that person who has surrendered totally, which is true. Once we surrender, we get a kind of self-confidence and the wisdom to see the situations in a holistic way and then respond and come to the solution. That we get it once the mind, Anthakarana, has surrendered fully. Yaistu bhaktya smritanunam tesham vruddhi prajayate ye tvam smaranti deveshi rakshase tanna samshayah. Those who remember her always with devotion. Yaistu bhaktya smritanunam. Indeed, for them, vriddhihi prajayate. They will always be growing, prospering in their life, in their mind, in their stability, in the emotions. Ye tvam smaranti deveshi rakshase. And you are the protector. Tanna samshayaha. There is no doubt about it. because you are the one who is taking care. Maheshwari Vrisharudha Kaumari Shikhivahana Lakshmi Padmasana Devi Padmahasta Haripriya Shwetarupadhara Devi Ishwari Vrishavahana Brahmi Hamsa Samarudha Sarvabharana Bhushita. Maheshwari Vrisharudha. Maheshwari is the sovereign Devi. Maheshwari. She is on bull. Kaumari is on Shikhivahana. She has mounted on the peacock. Lakshmi Padmasana. She is sitting on Padma. Padma Hasta Haripriya. Haripriya is holding Padma in her hand. Shweta Rupadhara Devi. One who is wearing Shweta Rupa, the white form. That means one who is pure white in her form. That is Sarva Yoga Samanvita. Sorry. Shweta Rupadhara Devi, Ishwari. She is Ishwari, Vrishavahana, and she is sitting on that bull. So, Brahmi Hamsa Samarudha. Brahmi is sitting on Hamsa. Hamsa is the swan. Sarvabharana Bhoshita, adorning all jewels. Ityeta Matara Sarvah Sarva Yoga Samanvitaha. All these mothers, starting from Shailaputri, all these mothers, Ratharudha, who are sitting on the Ratha in the chariot. I'm skipping because they're together. Ityeta Matara Sarvaha Sarva Yoga Samanvitaha. They are with all possible weapons, the vehicles, whatever is needed, they are having. They have that great union of they have all these things in their control. They have all these things. Sarva Yoga Samanvitaha Nana Bharana Shobhadya, and they are wearing all ornaments, Sarva Bharana Nana Ratnopa Shobhita, and all the gems, studded jewels they are wearing. So that means they are emitting all those jewels like the rays from within. They are not externally wearing, they are emitting that kind of power, energy, illuminosity, which is coming out as rays, which look so beautiful like gem-studded jewels. So all these matas who are coming on different vehicles are so beautiful to look at, because they are all up with power, valor, and that dhyaya, focus. Drishyante rathamarudha devyah krodha samakulaha shankham chakram gadam shaktim halam cha musalayudham. And riding in their chariots, all the goddesses appear with shankha, chakra, gada, shaktim, that is spear, halam, that is the axe. You can say it is an axe. Halam cha musalayudam. It is the club. And then Khetakam tomaram chaiva parashum pashameva cha kuntayudham trishulam cha shangamayudhamuttamam. And they're also very holding Khetakam, that is shield. Tomaram, the lance, which is like a rod with sharp edge. Parashum, it is axe. And Musalayudha is the club. Hala is the plow. Pasham, that is the noose. And then Kuntayudha, the pike. Trishula, and then Shang, that is bow. Daityanam dehanashaya bhaktanam abhayaya cha dharayantyayudhanitham devanam cha hitaya vai. Daityanam dehanashaya, to destroy the demons. Bhaktanam abhayaya cha, to give abhaya, the confidence, to take away the fear from them. They are holding all these weapons. And also to take care of gods, they are bearing these weapons in their hands. So we have to visualize all these Devis as described. Namastestu Maharautre Mahaghora Parakrame Mahabale Mahotsahe Mahabhaya Vinashini. I bow down to Maharaudre, one who is extremely furious. Maharaudre. Mahaghora Parakrame, one who is highly valorous. So if we are on the side of this Devi, we can always see Maharaudre. When we look at her, Abba, I am saved. She is there to help me because she is already charged to take care of, to tackle the demons, to tackle the evils which are affecting my mind. We won't get frightened at Maharaudre. We are happy about her to be like that because we have surrendered to her. We are on our side. She is on our side and we are on her side. See the beauty. Mahaghora Parakrame, Mahabale, and she is so powerful. Mahotsahe, she is also enthusiastic. If she has all these things and sit like a Vigraham, will it help us? No. She has to be up doing her action. So she is enthusiastic. Mahabhaya Vinashini, Mahabhaya. She takes away that greatest fear what we have. What is the greatest fear? As seeker, as devotee, as ignorant people, we think I am the body, I am the mind. So if anything happens to this body, anything happens to this mind, we become aggressive. Why? Because I want to retain myself as body, myself as mind. So we are the most intense fear we go through as ignorant people is about the death. I don't want this body to die. I don't want my mind to die and go into coma, because I don't want to lose my entity. I am. That means I am fearful of death. Mahabhaya. Because of that one Mahabhaya about death, I go through many other fears which are connected with the body and the mind. So many fears. Every day, something or the other, fear will be there. So, Mahabhaya Vinashini, she takes away that utmost fear what the seeker, devotee, who is ignorant has. She takes away the fear of death by giving us the knowledge who you are in reality, in eternal reality, who you are. I am Atma. She gives that knowledge. त्राहि मां देवि दुष्प्रेक्ष्ये शत्रूणां भयवर्धिनी प्राच्यां रक्षतु मामैन्द्री आग्नेयामग्निदेवता. O Devi, protect me. Trahi Mam Devi. Dushprekshe Shatrunam Bhayavardhini. And for Shatrus, they can never look at her. They get so frightened. She can't be seen by the Shatrus. That means demons, evil, negative, evil-minded beings. They can never face her. Bhayavardhini, because she increases the fear in them. So, and then it goes like how Devi has to protect all of us, the seekers and the devotees who surrender to her. She will be guiding us how to install different energies in our body, around us, in different directions. That let us take it in the next session. And yeah, if tomorrow, in the next class, if we finish this halfway through, then I will go for Argala Stotra as well. So you can come with the lyrics of that to follow. Oh, Shiva Shakti, Shiva Shakti, Shiva Shakti. Om 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 Shiva Shakti, Shiva Shakti, Shiva Shakti.